Mass protests had been conducted by students outside the Parliament building in Jakarta yesterday. And the protest demanded the government to repeal a law passed last week that is widely believed will curtail the investigative powers of Indonesia's Anti-Corruption Agency, or the Corruptions Eradication Commission, that known as KPK. There was a finding that found by the World Economic Forum through its report called Global Competitiveness Report 2017 to 2018, that saying corruption is main obstacles in doing business in Indonesia. To have clearer view, let's check the first data. In the first data, we can see the top 5 business obstacles in Indonesia. The least one is the policy instability by 8.6 of the score, and the insufficient infrastructure by the score of 8.8, and limited access to financing that require 9.2, and bureaucracy and efficiency, and the foremost is the corruptions by the score of 13.8. And the data from the World Economic Forum in Global Competitiveness Report 2017-2018 saying that corruption is the main obstacles in doing business in Indonesia. And the total score of corruption practices in the report as much as 13.8. And the corruption had caused high investment cost, especially when it comes doing business in Indonesia. By the existence of this score, Indonesia has huge opportunity in losing a chance in competing with other countries to draw foreign direct investment. World Economic Forum findings out about corruption as the main business obstacle in Indonesia is extremely different with the statement of the head of Presidential Staff Office Muldoko that say that the existence of Corruption Eradication Commissions, or KPK, is hindering investment in Indonesia. Corruption's case keeps involving local leaders. So let's see how much the corruption's case that involved local government leaders in the last 5 years. Let's check the data. So we have the data about that, the local leaders' corruption's cases. In 2018, let's say, it's the most presidential in here. As we can see, through 2018 and 2014, there is huge differences. Start from 2014 is only major and regions cases by 12, but then in 2018, as we can see, the major regions cases of corruptions had hit 30 cases, with the governor cases by only 2. And the corruption practices had been done by local leaders can be in the form of bribery to make business permit issuance run smoothly. Such illegal practices making business investment fees swollen. Other than that, every party that involved in bribery practices will be treated the same in the eyes of Indonesians law. So, corruption's making doing business in Indonesia is more risky. And corruption case is also involving members of People Representative Council or members of local People's Representative Councils. So let's check the data about that. Through the data, we can see the DPR or DPRD members' corruption case. DPR stands for members of People Representative Councils, and DPRD is reversed for Representative Council for the local people. And by 2014, there were only 9 cases, but this is not only 9 cases, a big number. Following by 2015, it went to 19 cases, and following for the last year in 2018, in total, there were corruption cases of 103 cases. And based on KPK's data, members of People Representative Council or member of local People's Representative Council that involved in corruption cases increased significantly in 2018. This is the highest number of corruption cases compared to the previous year. And some people find it as a shameful findings. How many state assets or state budget had been saved by KPK through corruption eradication efforts? So let's check the data. The regional budget saved by corruption prevention effort by KPK from January to June 2019. So the exemptions of excise and special economic zones, it hit 0.9 trillion rupiah, which was a big number. And then following the optimizations of regional income with 2.2 trillion rupiah and rescued assets by 6.8 trillion rupiah, and the highest one is tax receivables by 18.8 trillion rupiah. And Corruptions Eradication Commissions, or KPK, in the first semester 2019 had saved regional budget up to 28.7 trillion rupiah for corruptions practices. Such achievement obtained from corruptions eradications in regional area and highest value of assets that have been saved by KPK is the collections of local tax receivables from Jakarta provincial government as much as 18.5 trillion rupiah. Amid some findings that I presented to you before, Indonesia had improved its corruption perception index in ASEAN and the world level. Let's check the data. This is the corruption perceptions index in 5 Asian countries. The first one is Philippines by 36, and then Malaysia by 47, and next Brunei Darussalam by 63, and Singapore with the highest index of 85, and Indonesia is an index of 38. Indonesia's corruption perceptions index in 2018 went up to the level of 4 in the Asian level, and Indonesia outnumbered Thailand, that's sitting in the number 6. In the previous year, Thailand defeated Indonesia. And Indonesia Corruption Perceptions Index score in Asian level had made Indonesia sitting in the number of 86 out of 180 countries in the world. And by the findings and the facts that I presented to you before, there are strong connections between corruption eradication's effort and making ideal business climate. So, we cannot find any justifications to lessen KPK role in the fighting corruptions. But stay tuned on market headlines because we will be right back after the break.